You told yourself you'd do it today. You even planned it. You wrote it down. Maybe you even told someone. You knew exactly what needed to be done. And yet, when the moment came, you hesitated, not because you didn't have time, not because you didn't know how, not because the conditions weren't right, but because something inside you pulled you back. A quiet resistance, a subtle fear, a pain you didn't want to feel, not a loud pain, not the kind that stops you in your tracks, but a soft, invisible discomfort, the kind that whispers, not now, not yet, maybe tomorrow. So instead, you chose something easier, something comfortable. You picked up your phone, you opened a video, you told yourself you'd get ready first. And just like that, you lost again, not to the world, not to someone else, to yourself. Here's the truth no one wants to admit. Most men are not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are not incapable. They are avoiding one specific pain, a pain so small. It seems harmless, a pain so familiar. It feels normal, but it is the exact thing standing between you and everything you want. And until you face it, you will never become disciplined. You will never build what you're meant to build. You will never become who you're capable of becoming. Chapter 1. The moment you always escape. Daniel sits in silence. The room is still. No noise, no distractions, no excuses. His phone is beside him, face down. His laptop is open. The work is in front of him. He knows what he has to do. He's known all day. He's been thinking about it since morning. It's simple. Start. Just begin. Open the document. Write the first line. Send the first message. Make the first move. Just start. But instead, he waits. He adjusts his chair. Like that matters. He takes a sip of water. He looks at the screen, then away. He looks at the ceiling. He exhales slowly. A thought appears. Maybe I'll start in a few minutes. Another thought. I'm not fully ready yet. And another. Let me just get comfortable first. And just like that, he escapes. Not physically. He didn't leave the room. He didn't make a choice to quit. But in his mind, he was already gone. This is the moment that defines everything. Not the plan, not the goal, not the vision board on his wall, not the motivation video he watched this morning, but this exact moment where action is required. And he doesn't take it. This is the crossroads every man faces, not once, but dozens of times every single day. Every morning when the alarm goes off. Every time the hard task sits waiting. Every time the moment demands courage and comfort calls louder. This is where weak men are created. Not in failure, not in defeat, not when things go wrong, but in avoidance. In the quiet, invisible moment when a man chooses not to begin. Because here is what most men don't realize. Every time you escape that moment, you become a little more of someone who escapes. Every time you delay that start, you train your mind to delay. Every avoidance is a vote for who you are becoming. How many times have you been in this exact moment and walked away? Chapter 2. The pain you refuse to feel. You think the problem is discipline. You think if you just had more willpower, more structure, a better routine, things would be different. It's not. You think you need motivation, a better playlist, a better environment, someone to hold you accountable. You don't. The real problem is this. You are addicted to avoiding discomfort. Not drugs, not alcohol, not anything visible, just discomfort. The moment something feels hard, mentally heavy, uncertain, your brain reaches for an exit. Because the moment you actually start, you feel something uncomfortable, something heavy, something that your brain immediately labels as a threat. It could be boredom. The task isn't exciting and your mind craves stimulation, frustration. It's not going the way you imagined, and that feels threatening. Self-doubt, the voice that says, you're not good enough to do this. mental resistance, a wall of fog that makes starting feel impossible. Fear of failure? What if you try hard and it still doesn't work? Fear of success? What if it works and now people expect more from you? And your brain, doing exactly what it was designed to do, says, let's not do this. This doesn't feel safe. Let's go somewhere comfortable. This is not weakness. This is biology. Your brain is not broken. It is doing its job. The human brain evolved over hundreds of thousands of years with one primary purpose: survival. And to survive, it learned to avoid pain. Physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain. The problem? The same system that kept your ancestors alive on the battlefield is now running your decisions at your desk. Modern psychology calls this avoidance behavior. In therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, this pattern is extensively documented. You encounter something uncomfortable. You avoid it. The discomfort temporarily disappears. Your brain registers, avoidance worked, do it again. The next time discomfort appears, avoidance is the automatic response. It's not a choice anymore. It becomes a reflex, a hardwired pattern. And here's what makes it dangerous. Every avoidance feels like relief in the moment. It feels rational. It feels like self-care. It feels like you're protecting yourself. But what you're actually doing is building a prison, one comfortable decision at a time. And the cycle continues, day after day, week after week, year after year. So every time you escape that moment, you're not resting, you're not recovering. You are training yourself to stay weak. You are teaching your brain, when things get hard, run. And your brain is an excellent student. Chapter 3. Why motivation always fails you. You've tried motivation. You've watched the videos, the speeches with dramatic music, the quotes on black backgrounds, the rise and grind compilations at 5 a.m. And for a moment, you feel powerful. You feel invincible. Your chest tightens. Your jaw clenches. You think, this time it's different. This time, I'm ready. But then, the feeling disappears. An hour passes, maybe a day, and you're back where you started. Same hesitation, same resistance, same avoidance. Why? Because motivation is emotion, and emotion, by its very nature, is unstable. Emotions rise and fall. They respond to music, to words, to energy in a room. But they cannot be sustained by will alone. You cannot decide to feel motivated. You cannot schedule inspiration. You cannot force passion. And any system built on emotion will collapse the moment that emotion fades, which it always does. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, Stoic philosopher, one of the most powerful men in human history, never relied on feeling ready. He didn't wait for inspiration before leading his army. He didn't wait to feel strong before making difficult decisions. He wrote in his Meditations, a private journal never meant to be published, "Do not indulge in such thoughts as, I will live to do this, and when I have done this, I will settle down quietly." But get right down to business at once. Not when the feeling comes, not when conditions improve, now, because he understood something most men never learn. If you wait to feel strong, you will always remain weak. Discipline is not built on emotion, it is built on action, especially in the absence of emotion. Discipline is doing what must be done. When you don't feel like it, when it's cold, when it's boring, when no one is watching, when the result feels far away, when everything inside you says stop, and you continue anyway. But action requires one thing, facing the pain you keep avoiding. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, right now, in this moment, at this desk, with this task. Chapter 4. The invisible enemy inside you. Daniel tries again. He sits at his desk. He closes every unnecessary tab. He puts his phone across the room. He takes a breath. he opens his work. For a moment, he's present, he's focused, he's ready. Then suddenly, a thought. Let me check my phone first, just once. Another thought. I'll just relax for 5 minutes. I've earned it. Another. I should get some water. I need to be hydrated to focus. And another. I wonder if I got a message. This is not random. This is not weakness of character. This is not a personal flaw. This is resistance. The Stoics called it the war within. Modern psychology calls it ego depletion, cognitive avoidance, competing motivational systems. But whatever you call it, it is real, it is powerful, and it will win every time you are unprepared for it. Seneca, the great Roman Stoic, warned more than 2,000 years ago. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Read that again. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. The task on your screen is not as hard as your brain tells you it is. The discomfort of starting is not as painful as your mind predicts. The work, once begun, rarely feels as terrible as the anticipation of it. But your brain doesn't wait for data. It doesn't run an experiment. It doesn't say, let me actually try this before I decide it's painful. It sees potential discomfort, and it acts as if that discomfort is already here, as if you are already suffering, as if the pain is real, present, and unbearable. But your brain doesn't care. It wants comfort, familiarity, safety. It wants you to stay exactly where you are, because where you are is known, and the unknown is danger. So it creates distractions, perfectly timed, highly convincing, reasonable-sounding excuses wrapped in logical language. I'm just preparing. I'm just recovering. I work better later. Not to destroy you, not out of malice, but to protect you from a pain that isn't even real. And that's the problem. Your greatest enemy is not your circumstances, not your competition, not the difficulty of the task. Your greatest enemy is the part of your brain that is trying to keep you safe. Final chapter. The man who doesn't escape. Daniel sits again. Same room, same silence, same task waiting on the screen. Nothing has changed on the outside. Same chair, same laptop, same work, same life, except one thing, one quiet, invisible thing. This time, he doesn't wait. The discomfort appears, and right on schedule. The heaviness in his chest, the fog in his mind, the resistance that says, not yet, the urge to reach for the phone, the thought, maybe in a few minutes. All of it arrives, exactly as it always has. But this time, he recognizes it, he sees it for what it is. Not a warning, not a signal to stop, just a feeling, just biology doing what biology does. He doesn't fight it, he doesn't argue with it, he doesn't try to make it disappear. He simply doesn't obey it. He feels it, he sits with it, he lets it be there, and he starts anyway. Slowly, uncomfortably, without music playing to hype him up, without the perfect conditions, without feeling ready. He starts, one word, one line, one small, imperfect beginning. And something shifts, not outside, not in the work, not yet. Inside, in the part of him that has always run. For the first time, that part didn't win. And in that moment, quiet, unremarkable to anyone watching, everything changes. Not because the task is done, but because a man just proved something to himself. I can face it. I don't have to run. I am not controlled by this. That is the moment, not the finish line, not the achievement, not the result. The moment a man chooses not to escape, that is where transformation begins. Because discipline is not built in comfort, it is not built in motivation, it is not built in the easy moments, it is built in resistance. In the quiet, unglamorous, deeply uncomfortable moment, when everything in you says stop, and you don't. So here's the question. What is the one pain you keep avoiding every single day? Not the big one, not the life-changing one, the small one, the task that's been sitting it.